Hey everyone, welcome back to Border Drip USA, your go-to source for the latest U.S. immigration news and updates. The Trump administration introduced a controversial immigration registry that raised serious concerns across the country. What did it mean for millions of undocumented individuals, and why was it so heavily debated? In this video, we break down everything you need to know about this policy, its potential impact, and the legal battles that followed. Introduction to the policy. On January 26, 2017, the Trump administration proposed a new requirement for all undocumented immigrants in the United States. This policy mandated that individuals without legal status must register with the Department of Homeland Security, providing personal details such as fingerprints, home addresses, and proof of identity. The administration framed this as a necessary measure to strengthen national security and enforce immigration laws more aggressively. This announcement sent shockwaves through immigrant communities, raising immediate concerns about privacy, enforcement, and the potential for mass deportations. While similar policies had been proposed in the past, this was one of the most direct attempts to create a nationwide database of undocumented individuals. Detailed explanation of requirements. Under this policy, anyone aged 14 or older who was living in the U.S. without legal documentation would be required to complete the registration process. The key requirements included submitting fingerprints to DHS, providing a current residential address, carrying proof of registration at all times. Failure to comply with these requirements could result in significant consequences, including fines, detention, or even deportation. Additionally, individuals who failed to register could face criminal charges, further complicating their legal status in the U.S. The administration argued that this registry would help authorities keep track of individuals living in the country without proper documentation, making it easier to identify and remove those with criminal records or perceived national security risks. Legal justification and background. The legal foundation for this registry was based on the Immigration and Nationality Act, INA, a law that has governed U.S. immigration policies for decades. While the act included provisions for alien registration, past administrations had not actively enforced this requirement. However, the Trump administration sought to revive and enforce this registration mandate as part of its broader immigration crackdown. Legal experts debated whether this policy was constitutional and if it violated privacy and due process rights. Many argued that forcing individuals to self-report their undocumented status put them in immediate danger of deportation, effectively undermining protections available under asylum and other immigration relief programs. Mass deportations and border security. The registry was a key element in Trump's broader immigration strategy, which focused on stricter border security and mass deportations. Throughout his 2016 campaign and presidency, Trump emphasized removing undocumented immigrants as a way to protect American jobs and national security. This policy was designed to build a database of individuals without legal status, potentially making it easier for federal agencies to track and deport them in the future. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has already ramped up enforcement actions, leading to an increase in workplace raids, arrests, and deportations. This new registry was seen as another tool to facilitate those efforts. However, critics pointed out that targeting undocumented immigrants broadly, rather than prioritizing those with criminal records, would only lead to widespread fear and uncertainty within immigrant communities. Potential consequences and public backlash. The proposal faced immediate backlash from immigrant communities, advocacy groups, and legal experts. Critics argued that requiring undocumented individuals to self-report could instill fear, discourage people from seeking medical care or legal assistance, and even make communities less safe if people were afraid to cooperate with law enforcement. Concerns were also raised about privacy and the potential for data misuse. Many feared that the registry could be used to create a roadmap for large-scale deportations, breaking apart families and disrupting communities. Public protests and legal challenges quickly followed, highlighting the deep divide over U.S. immigration policy. In response to the growing criticism, some lawmakers introduced measures to block the implementation of this registry, citing concerns over constitutional rights and the humanitarian impact. Several cities also declared themselves sanctuary cities, vowing not to cooperate with federal efforts to enforce the policy. Future of the policy and legal implications. Despite the initial push, the registry faced numerous legal challenges and never reached full implementation. Courts questioned the legality of forcing undocumented individuals to register under the threat of deportation. Meanwhile, shifting political priorities and growing public opposition made enforcement increasingly difficult. While this specific policy did not materialize as originally planned, the debate over immigrant registration and tracking remains ongoing. Future administrations may attempt similar measures under different frameworks, continuing the long-standing controversy over immigration enforcement in the United States. What do you think about the Trump administration's attempt to implement this registry? Do you believe it would have been an effective tool for immigration enforcement, or would it have done more harm than good? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this information valuable, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on U.S. immigration policies. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.